Hi, John with eTrailer. Today we're taking a look at the eTrailer Class III Receiver Hitch on our 2018 Dodge Durango. This is one of my favorite hitches. The finish on it, what you'll notice right away, it's like a matte black finish, and this is powder coated to keep it rust free for years here. It matches the matte finish on a lot of these newer cars, and especially the Durango here. I just like the way it looks. Now you have the exposed cross tube on either side. This is going to be a 2-inch by 2-inch receiver opening. This is a great choice for towing, for accessories. It's one of the most popular sizes out there, and you're just going to have the largest selection when it comes to either ball mounts or bike racks or even cargo carriers here. As far as the chain hangers here, they're great. This is a plate style. It'll accept like the S hooks like this here, and it can even take some of the larger clevis style hooks. Now also, not included, but you'll need it if you're new to towing, the pin and clip. This is going to be a 5/8 inch pin and clip, so if you are new to towing and you need a ball mount, you need to purchase one of these. I do recommend maybe a locking one. We have those available here at eTrailer as well. If you're in the market for bike racks and cargo racks, a lot of those accessories already come with an anti-rattle pin and clip, so those are already included. So keep that in mind when you're checking out accessories. Now, speaking of accessories, let's get some measurements for you. This is going to be important when choosing bike racks and cargo carriers and even ball mounts. So from the top of the collar up here down to the ground, we're looking at about 14 inches. And then from the inside middle here of the pinhole to the edge of our bumper is about 3 inches. This hitch sticks out quite a bit. It's flush with the bumper though, so you don't have to worry about maybe banging your leg into it. But what that means is a lot of the fold-up bike racks and cargo carriers are probably going to work with this. When they fold them up, it's not going to contact your bumper. Let's talk about some weight ratings on our hitch here. This hitch is pretty stout. As far as tongue weight ratings, you have 600 pounds of tongue weight that you can load up, and that's going to be the force pushing down on this hitch. That's plenty for cargo racks and the big 4-bike racks on the back of here. If you have a weight distribution hitch, you can up that 150 pounds. It'll be a 750 pound tongue weight rating. As far as let's say pulling a trailer, regular hitch is going to be 6,000 pounds. That's going to be the weight of the trailer and then any cargo and stuff that you have in it. If you have a weight distribution hitch, you can go up to 7,500 pounds. Now, you want to check the owner's manual of your Durango to see if it can haul that much. So final thoughts on the eTrailer hitch. Look, it's one of my favorite hitches. It's not just because I work here. I like the fit and finish on it, and I like the way it looks on a lot of the different vehicles that we have coming around here. Installation wise, especially on the Durango, super easy. You can definitely do this on your driveway or in your garage. We tried to do it without lowering the spare tire, and you could do it, but to properly torque it, you need to lower the tire. Other than that, the bolts are already on your Durango, so you're just basically bolting this thing up. It's super quick, super easy. If you want to see how we did it, stick around. All right, let's start our installation. We have our Durango up on a lift here just to better show you what we're doing under here. You can absolutely do this on your driveway or in your garage without lifting the vehicle up. Just a quick note, the spare tire here, you can lower it if you like to give you a little bit more room, or if you don't have ratchet wrenches. In our instance right here, we do have ratchet wrenches, and we can leave the spare tire up to install this. The choice is yours. I'm going to use a 21 millimeter. We have 2 bolts on either side, and we'll be removing these. These are the existing bolts that are on the Durango already, and we're going to be reusing these to attach the hitch to the frame. Just go ahead and loosen these up on both sides of the vehicle. Now, once you have the bolts out on both sides, take some penetrating oil and spray the threaded holes. And you can take a tube brush. We have these here on our website. And let's clean the threads out. Now, chances are they're going to be in good shape anyway since they had bolts in these, but it's a good idea just to make sure everything's cleaned out. That way, once we're holding that heavy hitch up there, these bolts will start easy for us. Do this on both sides. Now we have our holes cleaned out on either side of the vehicle. Now you'll see some caulk up here, and it's from the factory. We're going to need to remove some of this. It may or may not interfere with your hitch, but a lot of times this caulk will get kind of thick right here, and then the bolt holes won't line up. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a razor knife. We're going to run this down. This is just like a factory sealant that they put on here, and it's really not necessary for our application. So as you can see, I cut it with a razor knife, and I just used a screwdriver to kind of notch it out right there. When we hold this up, we'll be able to tell if it's still interfering with the hitch or not, but it looks like we'll be pretty good. Now we can put our hitch up on the Durango. If you're on your driveway doing this, you can use either your floor jack or a block of wood to hold this up. It's going to go on the inside of the rails. We got that bolt started. At least the hitch will hold itself up now. We can go ahead and put the remaining bolts in. Now with all 4 bolts in, we'll go ahead and just snug these up, and then we can torque them down to the specs that are located in our installation manual. Okay, I admit it, this is the part of the video where we were wrong. Now, technically you can install the hitch without dropping the spare tire, but the torque values on these bolts is pretty high, and we have the special tools to torque these bolts without dropping the spare tire, but we realize, like a lot of people at home, don't. So it probably is best that if you're watching this video, go ahead and lower your spare tire to install this hitch. So right now we are going to install this to the torque specs that we found in our installation manual. If you don't have a torque wrench at home, we have them for sale here at eTrailer. You can also rent them at just about any auto parts store. After the hitch is torqued, the only thing left to do is go ahead and raise your spare tire up onto the vehicle, which it's good to know that even with this hitch, your spare tire will fit. Also, if you're needing to know to lower the spare tire, you can use your tire tools in the trunk here, and that's all I'm using right now. It's the tools that were provided for the Durango. You can find those underneath the flap in the back here. And that was a look at the eTrailer Class III Receiver Hitch on our 2018 Dodge Durango.